promised a few of you that I would make a new video on the new book line that I'm carrying and that I'm acting as a representative for, and that is Barefoot Books. And thank you to Saw for exposing me to this company. I was looking for some great storytelling. I've been selling Usborne books for a long time, as many of you know, and I love nonfiction, but I also love great stories, and I was looking for a company that specialized in cultural diversity and great representation of all types of life within stories. And so I felt that this Barefoot Books was really meeting the bill. Their motto is share stories, connect families, and inspire children. So I think that's a pretty good place to start, right? I'm not going to show you the entire kit that I got for being a community representative. I'm just going to show you my favorites and the ones that really stuck out to me so far. I don't want this video to be really, really long because I know not everybody has a half an hour to watch me talk about books. So I'll try to keep it under control. The first one that I wanted to show is the Barefoot Books Children of the World book. I kind of expected this book to have a huge amount of text in it and for it to be for much older children. But it has a lot of really simple conversation points and different areas of life, talking about different things that happen around the world in different areas of life. So it looks like there isn't a huge amount of information in this book to start with. You look at all the pictures, there's great pictures, there's lots of things to talk about with all ages of kids. And then in the back, it gives you some key pages that talk about what's happening on each page. For instance, this is a languages section. So it gives you a key as to which languages are being spoken, where those languages are from, what the words mean that are being spoken, and pronunciation information as well. So you can go and reference all of those different pieces of information and read more once you've had a conversation about the pictures on the page and really explored what you know. So that was super intriguing to me. I'm really excited about reading this book. I think that it's going to suit a really wide range of ages too. The next two really met my requirement for cultural stories. This is a story from Tehran, and it follows a girl. I can't really tell you much about the actual story because it'll give it all away, but it's a lovely story about trying to read people that are sad and trying to truly help them. And it's a story about a girl helping somebody who's truly sad. It has quite a bit of text. I read it, though, out loud to my 2-year-old, Sky, and she listened intently to the entire thing. So it was really cool that she could listen to the whole thing. It's always startling when they can sit for that long and listen to it. But it made for a really great experience, and I personally loved the story. The last story that we've been reading lots of is Mama Pannas' Pancakes. I love making food for people, and I love sharing food with people, and this is a Kenyan food sharing story. And in the end of the book, just like in the Tehran story, this book talks about all the different kinds of animals and plants that the main characters of the story encounter, and a little bit of information about Kenya and pronunciation for many of the common greeting words that they use. And then there's also a recipe for the pancakes that they make at the end of the story. So we're going to make the pancakes for sure and try them out and definitely share them with all of our friends. So that's what I expected. These are the things that I expected to get from this company. What I didn't expect were some card packages. I really love cards because you can take one out and do the activity or the game or whatever, and it's just separate. You don't have to have a big book lying open on the floor, and you don't have to worry about somebody jumping on the pages while they're trying to try their game out or whatever. So I think that functionally cards are really, they're really efficient, right? So I'm going to start with this card set called Global Kids. It's 50 games and crafts and recipes from around the world. And so it just gives a card that has an introduction to the game and tells the game or the food or the activity. Tells a little bit about it on the front with a picture, and then on the back it tells how to do that activity. And they're just a bunch of simple games and simple recipes from all over. A really great way to just say, you know what, I'm looking for something new to do tomorrow with my kid, and just take out a card. This Mancala captured my eye because I've had a Mancala board for a long time, but I don't know how to play it. And I know it's really simple, and it's cool because it's the kind of thing you can just draw in the sand and play with rocks, and I want to be able to play simple things like that. So I'm definitely going to read these directions and practice playing Mancala. And there's some recipes in there that I'll definitely try right away too. The other two are extremely popular with this company. One is called Yoga Pretzels. And so it's 50 cards that are devoted to one yoga pose each. At the beginning of each of the card boxes, there's a little manual that tells you all the different ways that you can use the cards, how the cards are organized into categories, and different ways that you can use those categories. So these yoga cards, are divided into, as with all the other cards, they're divided into categories. This is the breath category. So it just shows you a simple picture of the pose on the front, and on the back it gives you some directions on how to do that pose. It's rated for ages 4 to 104. And I think the card format of this has great potential to just say, you want to sit down and do some yoga with your kids, take out the cards, pick 5 cards, and just work on those 5 poses. Or you want to do yoga with a much younger child, this is what I'm going to try with Sky. Just picking one card and just practicing it for a couple of minutes, and then doing something else. Not turning it into a lengthy practice where they might not stay with you on it. Just doing one at a time, and then slowly increasing that, and having them pick cards, or one card from each category, would involve them in the practice and really get them, I think would really get them engaged on it. Plus do something that is good for all of us. And I would like to do more of, but I have this vision in my head that I can't do it with kids around in a relaxing way, and so maybe the answer is to be able to just figure out ways to do it with them. This is the one that's really exciting for me. Mindful Kids. So again, it comes with a book on all the different ways to use these cards. I think that lots of times we are not always giving kids enough tools to manage their emotions as they're learning about how to manage their emotions. And so then we end up with kids in later years, like 6 to 10-year-olds, who have these big emotions and maybe are struggling with dealing with them, but don't have any tools in their toolbox to deal with them. They simply have these really kind of ways to deal with things that are like, they're more shock oriented, or they're, just go away and deal with it in your room, or just stop. It's not actually a way to move through that emotion and be able to get to the other side and then solve the problem, or figure out an answer to whatever happened. So I think that these cards are also rated age 4 to 104, age 4 to age 104. I personally am going to start using these cards right away too. And again, just one at a time. And they're divided into categories of rest and relax, start your day, finding calm, finding focus, open your heart. So I think that, being able to, this one is start your day. So you could have these, I think there's about 10 cards for the start your day, and pulling one card and just talking about what the technique is, and then doing a little practice. I think that could really, as a routine in the day, could really bring some amazing rhythm and this, this kind of structure that kids expect from the day, where they can create a mindful outlook and a calm outlook on their day, I'd like to start that. So this one, for instance, on the back has the directions. It says, sit mindfully, and then every morning notice your breathing. Take soft, slow, mindful breaths. And it gives you step-by-step how to move through mindful breathing. It's just simple. It's great. It's great for a child who already has the ability to sit and be calm. It's great for a child who needs to have a little bit more structure in learning how to just like kind of settle down, and then also gives kids long-term toolbox items on how to deal with emotions and stressful times. We as adults talk a lot about the stress that we have in our lives, and when you're thinking about your kids, I think you should think about, do you truly have usable tools to deal with your stress? And if you don't, maybe something like this would be good for you too. And then also bringing up that next generation to just have that toolbox full and ready to go, and have a way to manage big emotions, because they happen, and big things happen in life. And if you can stay calm through big things in life, it is much easier to solve those problems. So those are all the ones that I want to share with you. And see, it's already been 11 minutes, so I didn't need to take more to talk. If you're interested in ordering, you can definitely order through me. There's a full, beautiful catalog. I'm really appreciating this catalog too. It has information about the books, and it's not just pictures of the covers. It gives you lots more information about the stories and the kids and the characters in the stories, which I really, really love. So I have a couple of these catalogs. There's an online catalog that you can access, and there's also some other resources on the site. Yeah, if you're interested, personal message me or send me an email, and yeah, we'll see where we can go from there. I was just trying to get these things into my house. I know that there's lots of you out there that are going to like them too. So hopefully I can put together some little sales deals for you over the next little bit, and we'll talk to you soon.